Hello. So in this video, I shall discuss few questions that came in GATE 2023 exams. So in my this will be part one. In some latter parts of GATE 2023 series, I shall upload the remaining questions also. So to be honest, I could not solve all the questions. So I will upload only the question that I was able to solve. So please forgive me that if you don't find the question that you are looking for. But you can ask me in the comment section so that I can at least discuss with you what problems you are facing. So let's start. So the first question is, I guess it was pretty simple questions. So that is there is a harmonic oscillator with frequency omega is given, which is 2 kBt by h cross. Right now you have been asked to find the partition function of this system. So let's assume, I am not specifying all the things like the harmonic oscillator is in thermal equilibrium and all this stuff. So what is the usual way? It is like the partition function z is sum over all the energy levels beta En, and energy of harmonic oscillator is given as n plus half h cross omega. So we can write it here, n e to the power minus n plus half h cross omega is equal to, you can bring out the e to the power minus half h cross omega here, then write the sum e to the power minus n h cross omega. Now what you get is equals to e to the power minus half h cross omega, and this is a series and which takes the closed form 1 minus e to the power minus beta h cross omega, right? So finally what did you get? Now your what is beta? Beta is equals to 1 by kbt, right? So beta h cross omega will be h cross omega by kbt, which is 2 here. From here you can see it is 2. So it is given as e to the minus 1 into 1 by 1 minus e to the minus 2. You can multiply both sides by e square and get e by e square minus 1. So this is the answer. Okay, pretty straightforward and you get 2 marks for this. So the next question is worth discussing. So let's see. So you have been given column 1 and column 2, column 2, and you have been asked to this cross verification, which option is correct. So let's assume you don't know exactly what is actually the correct answer. But what you can do here is eliminate few options that this cannot be correct. So let's see what can be eliminated from here. So let's first look at option D. It says that visible light can be used for crystal structure determination. It is absolutely wrong because crystals are much more closely packed rather than the wavelength of the visible light. So visible light cannot determine the crystal structure. So it is wrong. So option D goes out of the question, your answers. Let's look at option C. It says that visible light is used for photoelectric effect is correct. Then it says X-rays are used for crystal structure determination and PR production. But X-rays cannot be related to PR production, right? PR production can only be related to gamma rays, as far as I know. Okay, so option C you can also eliminate. Let's look at option B. Option B, if it is can it be correct? Visible light used for photoelectric effect and PR and what is it? Option P? Option P is transition between core energy levels of atoms. Okay, I assume that option P is right. Then let's go to option 2, that is X-rays are used for crystal structure determination. It is also correct. Then gamma rays are used for PR production and crystal structure determination. Crystal structure determination, gamma rays, yes, it can be used, I guess. And also, thermal neutrons are used for crystal structure determination and photoelectric effect. Can thermal neutrons be used for photoelectric effect? I don't think so. So let's say B is also wrong. Let's go to A then. A says visible light is used for photoelectric effect, right? X-rays can be used for photoelectric effect, crystal structure determination, and transition between core energy levels of atom. Absolutely right, right? 3 says gamma rays is for pair production and Q, that is transition between nuclear energy levels. Absolutely right. And 4, thermal neutrons is for crystal structure determination. Okay, I guess it can be right. So your correct option is A. That is, I think. Okay. Now let's go to question number. Okay, so it is 39 by the question number name. Let's go to option 40. Question 40. So there is a rod lying in the S prime frame. So okay, let's go how the question is being said. In the proper frame, the length is L between P and Q end, and it is moving with velocity v with respect to a ground observer. Okay, you are seeing from here. With respect to you, it is moving with velocity v. So, and you measure its length to be 9L by 10. So, what is the gap that? Okay, so and you measure this at different times, Tp minus Tq. This I measured to Tp and this I measured at a time Tq. What is the Tp minus Tp? That has been asked in the question. So let's do it. So you can write the simple equation that is, you know that from Lorentz transformation x gamma into x minus Vt, where gamma is equal to 1 by root over of 1 minus V square by C square. Now what will be here? X prime P is equal to, let's directly write it rather than writing x prime P minus x prime Q is equal to gamma into xp minus xq minus V into Tp minus Tq, right? This will be your resulting equation. Now x prime P minus is proper length, it is L. Length you measure is 9L by 2, 10. And velocity has been given, so I will put it at the end. And let's denote it by delta t. Delta t. Okay. Now what is your V then? It is 9L by 10 minus L by gamma divided by 1 by V is your delta t. Right? Now let's put the variables here. Now gamma has been, V has been given as 3c by 5. So your gamma is 1 by root over of 1 minus V square by C square. So it is become 1 minus 9 by 25. So it is basically 5 by 4. So 9L by 10 minus 4L by 5 into 3c by 5 is equal to delta t. Sorry, it's 1 by V, right? So it's 5 by 3c. Sorry for the mistake. So now it becomes, you can take 10 9L minus 8L into 5 by 3c delta t. So it says Tp minus Tq is equal to 5 to 6 L by 6c. This is the answer. Okay. Now comes the next question, that is a central force has been given. F is equal to minus k by 2 r cube r cap. You have been asked to find dp. These are some problems that you learn while you just start reading about classical mechanics, right? Very basic problems these are. So you can easily find the potential by integrating it, which is basically k by 4r square. So these are related by f is equal to minus del v del r. Okay, so you can find it. And now when you find you have found the four potential, sorry, there is minus sign here. You can easily write the Hamiltonian from here. That is will be pr square by 2m plus p theta square by 2mr square minus k by r for r square. It is basically T plus V, right? It is the total energy. Hamiltonian is the total energy. So what is your PR dot then? Is equal to minus del H del R. Is given as del H del R will be what? P theta square by 2m 1 by r square derivative is minus 2 by r cube. It is minus k by 4 into minus 2 by r cube again. Right? You can take the minus side inside, write 2m r cube. You get here 2p theta square minus minus plus again minus 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 k into m, right? So this is the answer. Is it in the option? Yes, it is in the option B. So this is your answer. So option A, I guess. Whatever. So just this is the procedure you. So this is in the option. Yes, this is in the option. So you can. This is the usual procedure for doing these kind of problems. Okay. Now there comes another simple question. This is also the basic question that while you learn these complex things, why when a complex function is analytic, this is simply Cauchy-Riemann condition, right? If your function is f of z is basically u of x, y, say a complex function u of x, y plus and v of x, y. In the complex z plane, like the xy plane, when it is analytic? It is analytic when del u del x is equal to del v del y and del u del y is equal to minus del v del x. So in the question you have been given u v existing, you have to use this condition and find a cross b cross c. Let's do it. What is your u? So I am not writing the u here. I am just seeing the question and doing that directly. Okay, you can find this from your from the question paper. So there is no point in writing all the things. It will just consume time. So del u del x is 3. Okay, let's not write it also to save time. 3x square y minus y cube is equal to del v del y is 4by cube plus 2x square y. Right? Now you can take x square y, that is 3 minus 2y. Sorry, there is this constant, right? C minus y cube 1 plus 4b is equal to 0. That means c is equal to 3 by 2 and b is equal to minus 1 by 4. That gives you b and c value. You need the value of a then. Then use the second condition, that is del u del y. Sorry, I got a cold in the last few days. Del u del y is x cube minus 3xy square minus del v del x, that is minus 4ax cube and plus 2cxy square. Now you can take x cube common, right? It is 1 plus 4a minus xy square 3 minus 2c is equal to 0. Again you get c is equal to 3 by 2, consistent with the earlier result, and a is equal to minus 1 by 4. So your a cross b cross c will be minus 1 by 4 cross 3 by 2 cross minus 1 by 4. 1 by 4, it is now given as 4 4 16 33 by 32. 3 by 32 is the answer. Done. Now let's move to the next question, that is Young's double slit experiment question. So let's, before going to the solving the question, let's just write few basic things about Young's double slit experiment. So you have two slits and you have this screen. If the gap between them is small d and this distance between them is capital D, then your nth bright fringe lies at in lambda into small d by capital D. This you learn at when you are at class 11. Okay. So why it's a gate level question, that I will come next. So what will happen here? So it has been given that you have two atoms C60 and C70, right? You do experiment in both the cases and get that fourth bright fringe for C60, that is 4 into lambda of 60 into d of 60 by, I'm sorry, it's not a small d, it's capital D by small d, sorry, capital D by small d is equal to, it is nth of lambda 70 into d by d70. So because the distance to the screen is the same for both the cases, but other things will change. You have to find n, right? What will be n here? N will be 4 into lambda 60 by lambda 70 into d70 by d60, right? Now d70 d60 has been given, but lambda has not been given. But how would you find lambda? Use the de Broglie hypothesis. Lambda is equal to h cross by mv. It has been given that kinetic energy for both the beams are same, so you can assume v2 is same for all the cases, and so lambda is proportional to 1 by mass, and mass will be proportional to the number of atoms in the number of, what is it, number of carbon atoms that makes this thing. So if there are 60 carbon atoms, the mass lambda will be proportional to 1 by 60. So lambda 60 by lambda will be proportional to 60 70 by 60. Simple. And d70 has been given as 92.5 nanometer, and d7 and d60 is 50 nanometer. So you can evaluate what is the value of this quantity. So let's do that in my calculator and see what comes out. First of all, this 0 0 cancel out. So 4 into 7 into 92.5, it is 2590 by 5 into 6, it is 300, right? By 300 it gives value of around 8.63, so it is around 8. So your answer will be 8, and has it been given in the options? Let me check. Yes. So this is your answer. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. I have to skip a lot of questions because I could not solve them. So a hydrogen atom question, or it's not hydrogen, it is simply a quantum mechanical question. So it is in psi of xyz. It is n into z into e to the power minus x square plus y square plus z square into some constant alpha. So what is the value of L square and Lz for this? So usually this is a pretty trademark question of quantum mechanics. It came to NET GATE earlier also. It is a very famous question. But what they did in this case, they made it also simpler. because they also have provided the forms of y01, y02, because they did not used to give these forms earlier. You have to know the forms, at least basic forms of the what are these called, spherical harmonics, or whatever be the name. So these forms you have to, at least first few forms you have to know that. So but in this case they have provided the form, so they have basically told you the answer. What you only need to do is transform it to the polar coordinate, and it becomes r cos theta to the minus r square, alpha r square, and it is usually of the form is ylm of theta and phi. Y is basically theta and phi function, and in your case there is no phi, so obviously m and has to be 0. So so forget about this, and you see from the option that which function matches it best. It is y10 matches is best. Like it's a cos theta function and there is no phi. So your aim is sorry, it's not aim here. LM. Sorry for that. So your aim is 0 and L is equal to 1. So your L square is L into L plus 1 h cross square is equal to 2h square, and Lz is equal to mh cross, which is equal to 0. 2h cross square 0 is the answer. Done. Another basic quantum mechanics question. So it has been given as psi of x is given as m when x is less than a, greater than minus a, and 0 otherwise. Okay, so what is phi of p? That is momentum space wave function. What is it? What will be? You have to just Fourier transform psi, right? Phi of p. What will be the Fourier transform? It is some factor into infinity psi of x e to the power I p x into dx. Now it takes values m, right? Only from minus a to plus a, right? Minus a to plus a. So what will be the integration value? You can do the integration. So it will be m into by 2, sorry, by ip to e to the power ipa minus e to the power minus ipa. So it will be the form of some proportional to some sin pa by pa, right? There is some constant factor added, and this form looks like this one. And you have been asked to find mod of 5p square. What will the form here? It will be same form, but the negative part will not be there. This one. So this is the answer. Clear? Okay. So let's stop here in this video, or it will be too much for a one video. So in my later parts, I will come up with some another questions, set of another question solved, and till now, bye bye, tata.